Hey fam! This is going to be a shorter episode today because I've had sick kids over here. We have birthday parties on the calendar, laundry keeps multiplying, and if I'm honest, there's still some quiet required to manage the ongoing chaos. So instead of pushing through that, instead of forcing a full episode because that's what consistency is supposed to look like, I'm choosing something different. I'm choosing regulated over rushed, present over polished, quiet over performative. Because here's the thing, OCD doesn't just show up in intrusive thoughts. It shows up in pressure, like, hey, you should be doing more. This isn't enough. People are going to notice you're letting them down. Oh, but not today, OCD. I don't have to obey that voice. So if your life feels full, loud, tender, stretched, this is your reminder that you're allowed to adjust, pause, marinate. You're allowed to do the version that fits your needs. Sometimes managing OCD or supporting someone who has it isn't about making sure you're on top of those exposures or making sure you're tuning into that sense data. Sometimes it's about protecting your nervous system and engaging in some self-care, taking a beat, choosing quiet on purpose. I'm Nicole Morris, licensed marriage and family therapist and mental health correspondent. And let me be the first to say, welcome to the family. The OCD family, that is. I am here to create a community of support for family members, spouses, partners, parents, adult children, as there may be adult words, and chosen family of OCD sufferers and their community. I've had over 22 years of experience in the mental health field, but please note that this information does not qualify or substitute as a diagnostic evaluation, therapy, or treatment, and it is presented on an as-is basis. Please follow up with a qualified mental health provider in your area regarding concerns for yourself or loved ones. Thank you for joining us today. Now, let's get started. All right, fam. So, before we wrap today, which you might be like, what? Whiplash. Granted, it was going to be a shorter episode, but I swear it's not that short. I don't know. I would be impressed with myself if I could be that succinct and be like, okay, bye. However, before we wrap today, wanted to give you a little heads up for anyone following or checking out content over on YouTube, because I am republishing some oldies but absolute goodies from the early days of the pod. When I first launched, the show was distributed across traditional podcast platforms, but not on YouTube, because at the time, I just thought, if I'm not filming video, does it make sense to be on YouTube? Turns out, yes. Yep. It absolutely does. A lot of people prefer to consume podcasts on YouTube, even if it's just audio playing. In fact, even if there's a video, I can say as someone, I'm not a paid affiliate or anything here, but as a YouTube Premium member, which I highly recommend, very helpful, you can turn off your home screen and just listen to your podcast, video or not, and it's actually very lovely. So, yes, I think people like video, but they also like listening on YouTube. So as I realized this, and as we headed into the summertime, season 1, my eldest and I started making all these different Lego animations for the short form water cooler chats I run every summer. We did that for a couple seasons and it was a lot of fun and a lot of work. I am a therapist. Podcasting is coming to me, but Lego Animator was a bit outside of my wheelhouse. And so while we had fun, we've scaled back the amount of work that the short form content was supposed to help with. And once I started the YouTube channel, I started to go back as I had time and upload the back catalog. Only life continued to be busy. And at a certain point, I realized, you know what? I didn't get every episode from season 1 fully on YouTube. So I'm correcting that. And I'm starting with 3 conversations that are just too important not to resurface. The episodes are done. It's just a matter of converting it to an audio video on YouTube. The first is with Micah Howe, season 1. Micah is a phenomenal lived experience warrior and an IOCDF peer advocate. His episode is encouraging, honest, and deeply needed, especially for families with adult children who have OCD. Because let's be real, a lot of the parenting resources skew towards younger kids, teens, not adult children. The other 2 episodes are 2 parts of a series I had with my colleague and friend Alie Garza on entering into and stepping down from higher levels of care. If you've ever wondered what that process looks like, how do you know when you need to step up into something like residential treatment, or you're facing that decision yourself, those episodes age incredibly well. And that's something that I genuinely love about my catalog, which, full bias admitted, but these conversations hold up. They're approachable, they're evidence-based, and they help whether you're searching for topic-specific support or just learning as much as you can. These episodes are here to remind you, you are not alone. So if you're listening right now and you're thinking, yeah, actually, I do have an adult child with OCD. I don't know how to help. I'm worried about next steps. I'm going to encourage you to start with Micah's episode. But additionally, you can even go to Google or your preferred search engine and you can type in adult children with OCD, OCD Family Podcast. Have a preferred player? Okay, type it in. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Overcast. It's a really quick way to inventory topic-specific resources. So while I know some of you are seasoned and you're like, girl, I got it. I know how to search for things. I also walk through the how-tos because I also know many of you find this community while drinking from a fire hose. You just learned your loved one has OCD, or maybe you have it, or both. You're overwhelmed. You're scared. You're Googling at 2 a.m. I get it. We get it. And you're in the right place because you're home. There is hope, there is support, and we are in those trenches with you. OCD doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care your age, your ethnicity, your sexual orientation, your identity, your skin color. It can impact us all. So I will have the direct links to all 3 episodes on this episode's blog over at OCDFamilyPodcast.com. Or if you are on YouTube because you're like, yeah, I'm here for it, they'll be linked below as well. And if there is an episode that you have found especially helpful or one you would love to have more conversation around, leave it in the comments, tag it on social, or send me a little note from OCDFamilyPodcast.com because we are building this together, fam. So I am going to go tend to my poor little sickie home from school today. I've had different children home different days. It's been a long week. But next week, the plan, provided no progression of illness, we're going to be back to brand new full-length interviews, and we're going to be kicking off with the amazing and well-loved by the fam here. I see you. I see your watch hours. I see your clicks and views and shares. The amazing Dr. Michael Greenberg. He's the brain behind the rumination-focused ERP approach, and I really appreciate Michael, and he has a lot of care and curiosity, which is so important for our community. And then we're going to follow that up with another powerhouse Michael Parker. And no, for newer fam, not every guest on this podcast is named Mike, but I have to say, we do have some incredibly talented and caring Mikes in this community. So I am excited to bring you, in particular, these 2 gentlemen's episodes because they have been waiting in the hopper to bring even greater hope and understanding to you about OCD. So make sure you like, subscribe, or follow wherever you enjoy this podcast so you don't miss a single mic or episode as we get back into business over here. And I'll also keep you posted as I continue republishing content to complete the YouTube catalog. I want to say there's roughly 20 or so episodes left to upload, which honestly, out of 157, not too shabby. Way to go, Nicole. You got this. We're building, we're organizing, we're trying to make this accessible, but most importantly, we're doing it. I'm doing it in a way that honors capacity, family, and real life. So thanks for hanging out. I am excited and optimistic, perhaps cautiously optimistic, that illness will resolve by next week because I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. Thank you for joining me and our OCD family community. If If you enjoyed what you heard today, please like and subscribe to the OCD Family Podcast wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Did you find this content helpful? Please consider leaving a review. The more people that know they're not alone, the better. For more information regarding today's podcast, please visit ocdfamilypodcast.com and remember to join the email list while you're there. It will provide you with the most up-to-date information, resources, and the down low on the family chatter. Oh yeah, nothing says family like aiming for spring to be back full swing. That's right, I went there. And you can too at ocdfamilypodcast.com.